Curry and the Warriors drop Game 5 in Memphis. Another closeout opportunity in 6 as the series shifts back to the Bay. Here he is.
Disappointing part about that performance.
Everything. They obviously came out with a sense of urgency and our game plan in terms of how we know we could beat this team. And things we focus on, we did everything wrong. Turnovers, offensive rebounds, fouls. And on the road, when you give a team that's playing with desperation life like that, you don't think you lose about 40, but it's you can lose control of the game really quickly. That last like 3 minutes of the first quarter, I think they went on a 9-0 run, got their crowd into it, they got life, and they ran away with it from there. So understand this series is kind of interesting. It's with Ja out there's a certain game plan that you have to approach a game with. When he's out, they're obviously a very complete team that had an amazing record in the regular season. And you have to respect that and understand that it's a different approach. We felt that tonight, and now we got to do something about it on Friday.
What do you think is leading to all of the turnovers? Mike talked about just playing frantic and needing to slow down.
It's that. It's understanding that they're very athletic and they're a very athletic team. They have a lot of length. We just got to be more mindful of where we're going on the floor and not take risks because we can still get great shots. We showed that in the first quarter for 10 minutes, and then all hell broke loose in terms of losing the possession game, turnovers and offensive rebounds included in that. So slowing down, being more mindful, understanding we can get great shots if we're a little bit more conscious of that, and keep saying it. And when we do it right, we win. When we don't, we lose.
This is the biggest Warriors playoff loss since 2014. How do you guys bounce back with 2 days off?
Who we lose to then?
Clippers, I think.
They beat us by
40.
They beat us by 40? I don't remember that.
You just blocked that out.
Nah, I really don't. What game was it? Now I'm interested. Mike Brown said that last game. I don't remember. Might have been game 2. Anyway, yeah, it's. See. Yeah, it's the playoffs. You gotta be prepared for anything. Short memory. Still in control of the series. Go home, protect our home court like we've done all playoffs. And it's the same thing you always say. It's not just because you're going home. It's because we have to understand the adjustments we have to make in terms of our physicality, protecting the ball, value in possessions, and we'll be in good shape.
How do you, I guess, individually feel like you've played this series?
This series?
Yeah.
Good enough to have 3 wins. We're on the brink of closing out game 6. On any other kind of qualitative numbers, just how can you win? And we've got to do that on Friday, obviously, whatever the game requires. So the only thing you probably could, want to be a little bit more efficient in terms of shooting the ball, but I'm not really worried about
Steph, obviously
that kind of outcome either.
Sorry about that, Steph, my bad. In fourth quarter, obviously, crowd's getting excited, playing Whoop That Trick. Your comments earlier about that was your mindset coming into this game. What was your kind of reaction as all that was going on? Draymond's waving his towel as well.
It's the best. That's what this whole back and forth is about in terms of home court advantage and hostile crowds, and you embrace all of that. Like it's fun. Even when you're getting smacked, you got to find some fun in it. So obviously didn't pan out the way we wanted to. Still in control of the series, but got to understand it's going to be really hard to close out this team because they're a really good team. And if we needed any more reminder of that, we got it today.
Steph, obviously we just kind of apply some of the championship, attributes to this team, but this team is a bit different. Did you learn something about this team in this game, or would you learn based on how this team responds?
How the team responds, because apparently we got beat like this before, and even look at I think somebody said last year Milwaukee lost by 39 in the playoffs at some point and figured out how to make the necessary adjustments. So I think we've shown we're a resilient team this year, and we haven't had a situation where we for basically 46 minutes of the game you're just getting demolished. But I feel like we have the right mindset, the right approach, all the tools we need to show who we really are in Game 6, and that's the test or the challenge, or being able to show who we really are.
Stepping up in Steve Kerr's absence due to health and safety protocols, having tested positive for COVID-19. Here he is.
Especially the live ball one seemed like a major problem.
Yeah, that's something that we've been talking about our whole playoffs. Now, so not just tonight, and even not just this series. We just have to be more conscious of taking care of the ball. We have to understand that their length and their athleticism is an advantage that they have. Their quickness. And we have to settle down on the offensive end of the floor, try to limit them, because when you have turnovers like we did tonight, especially early on, it kind of snowballs, and it gets them out in transition, gives them confidence, and it kind of deflates us a little bit as the game goes along.
Mike, what just kind of was your message for the team after that game?
It's one game, I can't remember what game. Game 3, we won 140 something or whatever, and so it's one game. We know they're a good team. They got their backs against the wall. They're going to come out and fight and scrap, and we know we can play better. Our guys know exactly what they did out there, and they know what they can do to be better the next time we step out on the floor. But it's one game. Don't get discouraged. Don't get down. We're going to go back in front of our home fans and see if we can get this done.
Mike, what is that? I mean, it was a 55-point deficit. Are there any possible ramifications from losing like that, even though it is one game, and maybe the hope the other team gets, or is there anything? Is it worse because it was in that fashion, I guess?
In my opinion, not at this point in the year. I think everybody understands what's at stake, and so whether you lose by 25 or you lose by 50, it's at the end of the day, it's one game, and we all have to feel that and understand it, and hopefully we can channel some of that energy into this next game.
Otto Porter missed the second half with right foot soreness, I believe it was. Was that precautionary because of the score, or is there a concern he might, miss Game 6?
No, I'm not sure. I just know that I was told that he was out. So I have to check double R on that.
Got you. You did go with Bielitsa. I guess just what went into that decision?
They hammered us on the boards, and that was one of the things that we felt we've done a pretty good job of during this series so far. We knew they're bigger than us. We knew they have a lot of long athletes, and we knew that they attacked the glass at a high rate. And so I just wanted to throw Belly out there to see if his size can limit some of their offensive rebounding while still spacing the floor a little bit.
You alluded to what I was just going to ask, which is the rebounding. You, as you said, have been really holding your own in that area so far. So what changed? And it was just them being more physical, or was it something else, especially on the offensive boards?
Yeah, part of it was their physicality. I thought they were extremely physical tonight. And then part of it, too, we've had an alertness or an awareness when it came to hitting bodies and boxing people out early. And we didn't have that tonight. There were too many times throughout the course of the game that their bigs or even their wings just kind of ran by us, and we turned and look, and they're jumping over us at the rim and coming up with the rebound. So we have to do a better job of going and seeking a body and boxing them out early, and hope that one of our teammates gets the rebound.
You talked about, your message to the team was that this is just one game.
Right.
But at some point, being down 55 and the way that the game was going, it had to have been demoralizing in this kind of atmosphere with the fans cheering for Memphis and everything. How do you guys flush this win down and bounce back from it?
I mean, the reality of it is you just kind of like when you're in the bathroom. You just kind of grab the switch and push it down, and it just goes right down the toilet. And it's kind of how we're going to do this one. Obviously we're going to watch the film and try to learn and grow from it, but at the end of the day, like I said, our guys, they understood what happened out there. So there's no need to overreact. We'll come out and we'll play better Friday in front of our home crowd and see if we can get this win to close out. We know that they're a desperate team. Their back's against the wall, and we have to meet their energy in that regard.
Mike, offensively, for your offense, what is their two bigs in the paint lineup? Like, what kind of problems do they present for you on offense?
A lot of problems. We're not getting to the rim as cleanly as we have in the past. With Steven Adams down there, and then they're long too. So not only are we having problems at times finishing, but if we go too deep with our penetration, their length and their activity, they're getting a lot of deflections, and so we have to get off the ball sooner. On our penetration, we have to cut sometimes, and we have to relocate. We can't just stand and wait for the ball because they're very good at helping and then getting back out in the passing lane. So if we relocate